Later that same evening, the four girls, Yue, Claire, Annie, and Nikki, have dinner with the three boys, Darren, Connor, and Caesar, and have lots of fun reminiscing and joking. However, Yue is bothered. Dylan is her soft spot. Whenever she hears his name since they broke up, she smiles like a child and blushes. She adores him. She admires him. She for sure loves him. But the timing was all wrong. There was too much at stake, and she did not think their love was strong enough to survive the trials that would come. Now he is here, in the same hotel, and Yue cannot see him. It hurts like a dagger to the heart that he is avoiding her. Why doesn't Dylan want to see her, face her? Is it because he hates her? If he had moved on, he would not do this, would he? Maybe Dylan is still hurt. And what if he believes her dating rumors? Maybe he's jealous. Or is that just wishful thinking? Because if he were jealous, it would mean he still cares. And if he cares, it means she has a chance to win him back. So, what should Yue do? After dinner, they all go to the pool bar, and Yue asks Caesar to talk privately. Caesar, would you do me a favor? Please, I beg you. I need to see him, talk to him. This is killing me. Yue, why don't you go up to our room? I will give you time. It's only 10 p.m. Go ahead. But do you think he would let me in? Here, take my key card. Now you can get in. Yue is shocked by Caesar's gesture, and she opens her eyes wide. You two need to talk. I can sleep with Darren and Connor if I need to. Just go fix it. You are both hurting like sick puppies, and we are all suffering the consequences. Well, there will be no need for you to sleep with Darren. Come on, Yue says, embarrassed. Caesar winks and replies, whatever. Tell me if I can come back. Yue rushes up to the room, and it feels to her as if she's running a marathon. She cannot wait to see him. The expectation is killing her. She has butterflies in her stomach and chills all over her body. Finally, there she stands, in front of his room, panting, staring at that door, which is the only thing separating her from him. Her hands shake. She has no idea what she will encounter once she crosses the threshold. What if Dylan sends her away? What if he says mean things to her? Could he have changed that much? Yue turns around. Maybe this is a bad idea. But then again, fear is what prevented her from being with him the first time. Loving someone gives you courage, and Yue loves him dearly. So she opens the door. Click. Caesar had the courtesy of texting Dylan to tell him someone from production was looking for him. Therefore, Dylan put on decent clothes and tidied up the room a little bit. However, he did not know this person had the key to the place. What the heck? He thinks as he tilts his head to see who is coming in. When Dylan's eyes meet Yue's, his eyes glow with a smoldering glare, one that is hard to decipher. Is he mad? Is he happy? Hi, Yue says timidly, standing by the closed door. Dylan is wordless, unable to think or speak. The person he loves more than anything in the world is right in front of him, and he cannot move or pronounce a sound. Yue chuckles, flattered, because Dylan is rarely out of words. He is the king of snappy comebacks. How are you? She asks. Dylan feels he is about to faint. Cold sweat running down his back, tickling fingers, wobbling knees. Yue, on the other hand, is trying to pretend this is not a big deal, though her pulse is racing and her mouth is dry. Both keep swallowing, trying to calm their nerves. May I come in? Dylan nods and finally blinks. We should go to the terrace. It's nice outside, Yue adds and walks out. Dylan follows her. He will always follow her, wherever Yue goes. She looks up at the sky and inhales deeply. Why are you avoiding me? Dylan moves next to Yue and looks up as well. He finally gathers the strength to talk. I didn't know what to say to you. How about we go back to basics? Yue now turns to face him. How are you doing? I'm fine. How about you? He says, turning towards her. I'm okay. Are you seeing someone? Dylan chuckles. Straight to the point, huh? You are bolder now, Shenhua. I am. I have grown up. I can see that. You're also prettier. Thanks. Yue smiles and blushes. It's a good start, though. She continues, so, you didn't answer my question. Why do you want to know? There's no rumor going around about me, is there? Oh, no. You're as stealth as ever. No one knows anything about you, Dylan. I ask around. I admit it. You ask about me, Shenhua? Dylan questions, raising his eyebrows. Don't you ask about me too? Dylan scratches his ear, and Yue knows exactly what that means. How about you, Shenhua? Are you dating anyone? Because there's a rumor around. Yeah. Well, there's that handsome and lovely actor, she says with a smirk. Dylan's blood suddenly boils. Forget it. I don't want to know. Tuh. You said hello. You can leave now, Dylan tells her, turning towards the view again. Hey! Yue grabs his arm, and the contact of their skins make them gasp. I am not dating anyone, Dylan. I haven't ever dated anyone else. There has been nobody but you. Dylan turns around with a softened expression, touched by those words. Yue sits on the double lounger and pulls him to sit with her. Come on, sit here with me. With each passing minute, talking gets easier and the awkwardness disappears. They chat about work, about this project, about their friends, and they laugh. They laugh like old times, as though time had not passed and they had seen each other just the other day. But soon, it's midnight. I should leave. Caesar is waiting for my text to come back. Here's his key. What a friend, Dylan says, thinking that what Caesar did was very sneaky. So, I will see you tomorrow. No more avoiding me, right? Dylan nods with a sweet smile, and Yue walks towards the door after texting Caesar. Dylan sees her leave, and a sense of emptiness and anguish invades him. History cannot repeat itself. Shenhua, he says in a very sweet and warm tone. Her heart stops, hearing him say her name with so much nostalgia in his voice. Yue turns around with pressed lips and misty eyes. Her face cannot hide her feelings anymore. I missed you, he states, whispering from the heart. A lonely tear runs down Yue's cheek and stops in her mouth. Soon, more and more tears are drawn on her face. I don't want to do this anymore, he begs. What? She asks, trying to dry her face. I don't want to avoid you anymore. But you don't have to, she says with a trembling voice. I don't mean just today. I mean everything. Dylan moves closer to her and dries her tears with his gentle hands. This is not working for me anymore, Shenhua. I don't want to miss you. I don't want to wonder whether you're seeing someone else. I don't want to look back in a few years and wonder who you have married. I don't want you to be unbound and free to date. Yue is shedding tears like a waterfall. Where is all that courage and determination she had just a couple of hours ago? Gone, washed out by his presence and his love. Dylan takes her in his arms and sits on his bed with Yue wrapped around his body. In case you didn't know, I am still crazy about you. I don't want to leave you anymore, he confesses, moving her hair back. My heart still belongs to you, Shenyue. Nobody but you. Yue smiles with wonderment and anticipation. I don't want to leave without you. Can we get back together, please? He implores. Yue chuckles and nods. Now both are looking at each other's mouth, shivering at the mere notion of sharing their lips once more. Those lips they couldn't get enough of years ago. So many daunting kisses they fantasized about for years. They get to have that breathtaking instant once more. That moment when the world stops spinning and everything else feels like a slow motion scene of a movie. Dylan inclines his face towards hers and lays his mouth on her lips. They breathe each other in, as though the other had the oxygen they needed to survive. And all this time, they had been holding their breaths, living in a hostile atmosphere. But the slow and aching kiss is soon interrupted. Knock, knock. Caesar has arrived. They glimpse at one another and beam of happiness. For now, it is good night. Tomorrow is a new beginning. The end.